All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Foreign and Domestic, and this one is a special one. So make sure you stay tuned because there's lots of good stuff coming. Before that, though, we're gonna go over to Alan B. Pro, not from the future.
Yeah, that is correct. I at least am one guy in this room that's not from the future. But anyway, we've got some great stuff for you here tonight. Hopefully, if we just get started in the normal fashion here.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. So, according to the great YouTube viewer and what their list is telling me, is Big Al out there, Blue Healer 260, Chris 338, Gary, Gizzard Gary, Gunpowder Beauty, Kingpin, Alan Ben Pro was out there, Lone Wolf 76, Old Man, Shalisha, good to see you, gal. That's what YouTube is saying is the list, but we all know that Garage Guy 879 is also out there. Edward Petty's also out there. There's plenty others that just probably haven't either chimed in or Firearms 101 is out there. Good to see a good CZ convert as well. But without further, Idaho Rogers USMC. Yeah, Pro Carry Trucker. Good that you're in on this as well. So Scotsman, you want to introduce the rest of the droogs, or?
Sure, we got Sappy. What's up, Sappy?
What up? Oh, nothing. It's a nice day out. I didn't get to go shoot. Had to go to Malabar Farm today with the wife and some other, friends from church, and get to watch how they make maple syrup. Yeah. Yeah, well, we came home with chocolate fudge. I told the wife nothing maple because that's all I've been smelling all week. Thanks for the invite.
Jamie's going to be in and out. We have the Gilded and Bearded one. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on? It's just another great day here. Finally getting around to something that started almost a year ago, and we'll be able to get that all taken care of today. So that's a good plus. So it took you long enough there, Scotsman. That's all I got to say.
Man. What can I say? I suck.
So what Bearded is saying is he's tired of looking at this crap and wants to ship it out.
Yeah, probably.
Taking up space in my garage.
He's probably had it boxed up for a while.
Going to be 3 lucky winners out there.
Good deal. So before we get to that, we'll build up to that. What's everyone been up to?
This weekend was a rough one for me. I couldn't get out, do any shooting at all. That is tentatively planned for already next weekend because I just really need to shoot. I'm bugging again. But it's just been a working man's week for me. It's been consistent 12-hour days and worked yesterday, and it's just been a working week for me predominantly.
Yeah, about the same here. I did spend most of the day, though. I can't even pick this damn thing up. Processing brass. So this week we'll be loading up a bunch of 9mm. Be rocking the Dillon and processing 45 and get some 45 rock and rolling too. That was my morning. The rest of the week was just work.
And Bearded from the future, how has your past week been?
Well, work's been pretty much the same. Big trucks, fun with that. And then, of course, this weekend had some family come to town, so was busy dealing with that and taking care of things in there. So that's been the extent of my weekend. So this is the highlight.
There you go. Very cool.
Oh, but speaking of shooting, don't forget, a couple weeks from now, if you want to get those boys out camping over at Willie's, and we got the range out there to 200 yards, Alan, don't forget about that if you want to head on out over there. So
200 yards. What am I going to do with 200 yards?
about as much as you can with 2 inches.
Out.
And we got Jamie. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. Congrats, brother. Thank you for having me. Last weekend, I got some casting done. So this week, I've been working, coming home, getting ready for a big meeting we had in one of my organizations yesterday, and trying to get a video done. And I had these grandiose plans and ideas for this video, but it didn't work out. I was going to use a certain song, and it would have gotten me a copyright strike and probably kicked off YouTube and all this other crap. So anyway, I got it done. I got it up. I hope everybody will go check it out. So just a little something to congratulate the Scotsman on 2,000 subscribers.
Appreciate it, man. It's been a long journey for sure, but appreciate everyone. It's awesome. I was never expected anything like that. So pretty cool. And then we got the sappy one who's been boiling sap all day.
No, I haven't been boiling it all day. I got to go watch people make some sap today, or make some syrup. Did 2.8 miles of walking on this thing. Well, at the Malabar Farm, I'm sure everyone's familiar with the movie The Shawshank Redemption. That's where they filmed just about half of the movie, and the other half of the movie was over in Mansfield on down the road from me for a lot of the prison scenes in the reformatory. But that's how my day's gone. So now I'm boiling sap.
Nice. What else you get up to?
I just thought he accidentally put his real name up. I
gotta put some more in anyways. The movie off. I got you on my container where I keep my sap.
Now, this is definitely a homesteader thing here. That someone like me wouldn't have a dang clue as to making your own syrup. But one little tiny fact that was thrown out was how much goes into how little amount of syrup you get. What?
44 gallons to get about 1 gallon of syrup. 44 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. And it takes about 14 to 16 hours to boil it down like this. And what I've got here is enough to get me probably about 3 or 4 pints of syrup.
And that's the wife's good dish towel you're straining it through, right?
Yeah, just a regular towel, straining the spiders and ants out. Got to get them out somehow. You strain it about 3 or 4 times during the process. a lot better than that store-bought stuff. That store-bought stuff is actually corn syrup with maple flavoring.
Yeah, it's about like honey. You got to be careful where you get it. Best place to get it's from an actual grower, because honey only has to be 51% of actual honey, and the rest can be anything else, such as corn syrup, and it can still be labeled as pure honey due to USDA guidelines.
And if you buy it at the honey, if you buy it at the store, it probably pasteurized or something like that. Yeah, raw honey's the best.
Well, and when it comes to honey, you definitely want somebody that's sourcing it local too, right?
Yeah, because if you're getting it locally, it's going to help you with your allergies because you're getting the pollens and stuff like that from the stuff around you. So it helps build up your immune system. And the thing about honey, it lasts forever. They found some honey in some of these Egyptian tombs and stuff like that. It was still good. Yeah, a couple 1,000-year shelf life. That'll work. Wonder what the dogs are barking at.
Yeah, I've seen this onslaught of videos of everybody like declaring prepper needs for the coronavirus. And me, I think I actually sent Heineken $120 just in case they wanted to petition to make it the Heineken virus instead. I don't necessarily see a point for prepping for the coronavirus. If you want to prep for mass disease or mass virus, okay. But a lot of the same stuff that you're would be prepping is all stuff that you should be prepping anyway.
So talking about prepping, I did have someone reach out to me and want us to bring up a topic. I don't want to spend too much time on this because honestly, to me, it's dumb because it's not, the numbers haven't gone anywhere. But someone did want us to talk about the coronavirus. So short and sweet, your thoughts.
Mine is it's just a mutated version of the coronavirus. I'm not worried about it. I don't plan on catching it. So I'm not that worried about it.
My thought on it's kind of this. I survived the bird flu, survived the swine flu, and I'm damned if I'm going to let a cheap Mexican beer take me out. So, yeah.
Yep. Daniel?
If I die, I die. I'm good, man. I won't be hurting no more. Until then, live life.
Jamie?
I think I kind of agree with Daniel. It's like if it's the end of the world, you're not gonna get away from it. If it's not, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Yep, I ain't worried about it. Really not. If the cases start getting way up there, then yeah, but it's not even hit numbers that would even concern.
We have 4 cases in my little town here.
I think Kingpin had the best answer of all. Can you highlight that?
I concur, sir. I concur. That one's a good one, but I also have another one for you too.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
All right, we do have another question out there. This probably won't apply to everyone because I don't know if most of you guys probably don't use case loop, but Jamie, thoughts?
I use a homemade lube that's 10 parts alcohol and 1 part lanolin lube. And I also use the Hornady Unique. And I also have some of the Lee case lubes. But as far as my reloading dyes, almost all of them are Lee. Probably 1/3 of them are RCBS.
All right, Daniel.
RCBS and Lee dyes. The case lube. I tried that one shot, that Hortney one shot there for a series here, and I mean it worked, but it just there's not enough lube in the can, and so I just stick with that RCBS. Squeeze it, for everything you got, and rub the stuff on the pad, and make sure you don't get no more blackout brass stuck in a dye, because that sucks.
Yeah, getting brass stuck in a dye does suck. Definitely does suck. I make my own case lube, kind of like Jamie does. I do 12-to-1 though on the alcohol, but it works good. Alan, I don't know if you got into that yet. Or
I don't use case lube, but I do have Lee and Hornady dyes.
Brandon, you guys got that far yet, or where you guys sitting at?
Yeah, we've been using the Lyman case lube. It came with the dyes, and so we just got a bigger thing of it off of Amazon, and that works pretty fairly well, might as well. And we've just been using the Lyman dyes so far, or the Lee dyes so far. So yeah, just the Lee case prep lube, and that haven't been over there for a little while. So they're either gone or I'm either gone. So trying to get some reloading done with them, and because we also need to brew some beer too. It's been kind of haywire here lately, and then they got a lot more stuff coming up too. So,
well, I don't use case lube, but I did try what Smile Money mentioned, bacon grease. But every time I went out shooting, I got really damn hungry, so I just had to stop doing it.
Oh, we just thought you just spit on it.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
So, Alan, are you using carbide dyes?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Every set of dyes that I have are carbide dyes.
Hey, Eagle. What's up, brother? Well, I think that needs to be explained to some folks that might be not reloaders or maybe thinking about starting or just getting in. Pistol, if you have carbide rings on your sizing dyes, no need for lube. They're not going to get stuck. Bottleneck rifle, on the other hand, you need to dip them in a vat of melted bacon grease. Those are particularly aggravating. One in particular is 223 Remington 556. That kind of stuff is extremely aggravating. Or maybe it's just me.
Now, I've had a few cases definitely got caught up in there too, and that was relubing every third one, and then it just went down to, no, we're just going to lube every case that goes into the 223 dye.
Wise decision, my brother. Very wise.
So when you go to do that, you just put a bunch of cases into a into a container, spray it all down, shake it up? What's the best way to get your cases lubed up, ready to roll?
I use gallon storage bags. That way you can just throw them away when you're done with them if they're not, once they get to a certain point.
No, man, don't throw them things away. Set them off to the side, let them dry out. Then the next time, just spray some alcohol in there.
For as cheap as I can buy them, it's not a big deal.
Alcohol doesn't last very long around Scotsman's house.
Yeah, I was gonna say your units. Yeah.
I'm not trying to cheap out on it. I'm telling you. Let me show you. This one's really, really, as you can see, you can't see through it anymore. So there's lots of good lanolin up in there. See, so like CB was saying, just every other, case or whatever. You can take this or this and just squirt it down, shake it up, or you can put these in the bag, and this has so much lanolin caked up inside there that just a squirt of alcohol or whatever, shake them up, make sure they're all coated real good, and away you go. And I agree with Daniel. The Hornady one shot is the biggest waste of money of anything I've ever tried to use along those lines.
Smile Money WD-40 is bad. That is a no, bad no. Do not use that. You'll have all kinds of problems.
If I may, gentlemen, 1 second. I guess Pop's Quest did show up in the side chat. Now, I do have an open challenge for Pop's Quest if he's willing to take part. That's I challenge him to a beard fight.
Oh, an open challenge to Pop's Quest for a battle of the beards.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I was wondering. I thought he said beer fight.
There we go.
All right. And Pops never backs down from any kind of challenge. You challenge that guy, you're going to be in for it. So, yeah, what I will need is headshots of you gentlemen. I will get the committee together and we will have a battle of the beards.
Now, is it going for length? Is it going for style? Is it going for, what's the parameters here?
The parameters have been generally the same, but there's always a couple of twists here and there. So I mean, we can speculate all we want, but we'll get the committee together and make that a ritual. Need some good pictures of the full head and beard. So they don't have to look pretty because, well, Scotsman's been on a battle of the beards. So
yeah. Just try not to break the camera.
Photos are sent, sir.
Damn, he's on it. Oh, there you go.
I do not doubt it. I do not doubt it. I mean, yeah, I got Bearded Seabee's photos, so I'm pretty sure Pops has my email. If he don't, he can get it in a lot of different resources.
Yeah, we got Scab Ugly out there. It's been a long time since I've seen him. Good to see you, brother. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to tell everybody. I know you have it.
I'm just wondering why Pops would have your Tinder address.
That's privileged information, and I'll message you on Tinder and tell you why.
There it is.
So, Pops, I heard that address is still active, and you can send it there, and he'll get it. So,
Yeah, the one that gets me is Scab Ugly saying that he actually posted a video just now, and I mean that makes it to where I'm gonna have to start posting more often. I haven't turned out a video in quite a while. I just been way crazy busy with doing regular life crap, but Scab Ugly, that would be a negative. Actually, that would be a negative. But as you know, you never live things down out here on YouTube. Oh, and by the way, are you ever going to forward that copy of Brokeback Mountain to somebody else? Or just asking, Scab.
That's why, well, between his Tinder famous video for you of the 1980 video dating thing, and you always having the Jan is gay, you're stuck, sir. You are stuck.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I dare say I was pegged, but no. Oh, Scotsman said it. It's going in a wrong direction, brother.
It's all good, man.
I sit here going, Jamie right now is going like this.
He's got the Bible out in front of him.
All right, we'll make it. We'll make it through.
I was gonna say if we can get the kilted bearded one between us, Jamie and I can do an exorcism on him right now.
So on the beard, I don't know. I know Pops is not on Instagram anymore, but you took a trip, did you not, to get that taken care of instead of doing it at home?
Yeah, I've been meaning to just trying to straighten it up myself. It still always does the off to the sides, especially when I wake up in the mornings. And then the old lady texted me a picture several days ago of a Goodbeard's truck that runs through here in town, and it's a veteran local owned company. Guy's a old Army guy. He started doing his own beard care stuff, and they carry it at the Hy-Vee around here. I got a hold of him and was like, hey, do you have a storefront? So that way I don't have to pay for shipping. I'm not paying Hy-Vee, which is the big stores like Super Eagle and whatever else around here for his product. Go straight to him. And he's like, well, there's this place right across the road from me. It's a power sports place that wound up having it's called Garage Gals, and they have their own inside because they sell all the Can-Ams and all the other side-by-sides and crap in there. They got their own hair, well, I don't want to call it a salon, but barbershop built into there in one little corner. So I went in there, talked to them because I was going to get some beard balm just to keep things toned down. Asked them if they do beard trims, and I set one up yesterday, appointment with them, and they did a pretty good job and set me up with some of the beard balm too. And I'm pretty happy with the way everything kind of turned out. They really got the tones down, and then of course the handlebar too. Well, started working on the handlebars. This side still needs training, but beauty part. Well, it's a barber shop inside of a bike shop. So
So we could technically say you have an unfair advantage over Pops.
this is the first time I've gotten it trimmed to that level ever, but I've always used a lot of conditioners, and I always try to keep some type of beard balm around. But this morning, the handlebars is all me from this morning, so that's all on me. And then that was after I washed it and reconditioned it this morning to get all the other clippings out. So,
Oh, I don't believe that use of professional services for trimmings would disqualify. So
it'd be like going to get your hair styled, unlike somebody who's tried to do their own and their pointy ears stick out more.
Yeah, it happens.
that's okay. When you get older, the ears shrink and the handlebars grow.
Good.
All right, hold on. I got a picture I gotta send you.
Yeah, we we might end up doing a Battle of the Beards live. Now we have actually done a Battle of the Beards live, but not actually sporadic on the fly. I'm telling you, Bearded, anytime you try and challenge Pops, you are in for a fight. It doesn't matter what you're going to challenge the dude at.
That's a good thing. I think he's got a little bit more gray distinguishing than me, so it's definitely going to be, a really good head-to-head. I know he probably gets, because the way he does his hair, that looks professionally trimmed, and as does the rest. So I think it might be a little bit more fair comparing me to him, because it'll be interesting. It'll be fun, and that's
I
what
don't
it's
think
all
Pops
about.
has any gray. There's no gray follicles on his head or in his beard.
He's got some sand along the sides, and then he's got a little bit around the beard too. He's got on the edges. He's got the sand, not as much as me, but he's got some going there. So,
You sure those aren't highlights?
No, I got plenty of low lights. Matter of fact, I look better when the lights are low. But
Maybe you should have like Robin.
oh, that's great.
oh,
That was good.
Kingpin's comment there. Oh, you have to highlight that one again. Oh.
He's back and back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
It's good to hear.
Yeah, that one's all you, man. All right. So, while he's prepping up stuff there, do you want to do part of the drawing? You're on mute.
Sorry, my mute button's on my little control for the headphone jack thingy. So do we want to do third place? We want to do first place, second place?
Let's do third place. We'll do first place here in a little. We'll work our way up.
All right. So third place, a $50 Amazon gift card from Phil M. Rivers, and the knife and sheath custom made from Will over at Just in Time Prepping. So, you want to bring up a random number generator, sir?
I can do that. Hang on 1 second.
Well, Kilted Bearded.
Mhm.
You mind telling everybody? Maybe not everybody knows what this drawing's about.
Oh, for those of you that don't know, this is the TCS 2000 drawing giveaway because 9-10 months ago, that would have been April. So yeah, 11 months ago during foreign and domestic, I dropped a pretty interesting video about the crazy Scotsman to get him up to 2000, sponsoring a giveaway for him just because yeah, he wouldn't do it for himself, so somebody had to do it for him because, you know, he hates people doing nice stuff for him because he's always too busy doing it for everybody else. So, what better way to do that than to be like, surprise? So,
I'm gonna say he got me good. I was in PA for the rally, and he got me good.
yeah, and it was a pretty good, pretty fun video too. It's fun to put together, that's for sure. Wearing my tactic kilt. Oh yeah.
All right.
So,
All right.
I want a tactical. Send me a link. I gotta have one.
might be able to find you one. They're comfy. Not for a windy day, though. Not for a windy day. Especially around kids.
All right. What number are we going to?
1 to 31.
31. All right.
And then the
And
side.
we doing a set number of generations, or are we doing? How are we doing it?
Let's have the first commenter in the side chat that somewhere between 1 and 10, whatever number they pick, that's going to be the number of times you'll press the generator.
All right.
First number in the side chat.
1 to
All right,
10.
we got 9.
All right.
All right. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Number 10. So that's third place. All right. And third place goes to NEPA Gun Talk. There we
Nice.
go. So Northeastern Pennsylvania Gun Talk. Hey, that happened to be who you were hanging out with at the current moment when I launched the video. That's kind of cool. So NEPA, he's got third place. I'll get with you, Scotsman, on how to get a hold of him for this. So
Yep. I'll shoot you his address. I got it.
sounds good. Then that'll be a pretty easy one. I'll get a hold of Will so we can get the sheath and stuff shipped up there too. So
Awesome.
all right.
Congrats, man. Very cool.
Hell yeah. And there he goes.
And
Holy shit.
NEPA out in the side chat.
Awesome.
Yep, and that was the $50 gift card from Phil M. Rivers. So, and I don't see him out there in the side anywhere.
Oh,
He might be getting busy for work or having dinner. So,
yep.
all right. Very congrats, and congrats, Scotsman, for finally reaching 2,000. So,
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I still can't believe it. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't make an effort to gain subscribers at all, and you use the platform for your own purposes and purposes to help others. It just ends up happening. Even if you do, make crappy videos about guns on your carpeted floor.
And you forgot about stealing brass from other people.
Yeah, and making people look for brass when it's in your hand.
Hey, that's not my fault. You said hit record.
I
Wait a
did
minute.
not say hit record.
Yeah, you did. You said you should be videoing this.
Well,
And
that's
record.
two different statements. That ticked me off. I was getting into vendetta time to find that piece of brass. You're so lucky that didn't end up in that jar you got.
I was waiting for you to see what else you were going to pull out to try and get into that damn grass.
Go out and get the weed whacker, just start tearing everything up.
You've done a pretty good job with these hands weed whacking.
Yeah.
I wanted to see him walk up to the garage to grab the metal detector personally.
I need to get that's a hobby I'm thinking about maybe getting into. It's better that there, at least it's more active than watching sap boil.
There's also watching paint dry, but I think I'd rather be sitting there watching sap boil. But on the same token, yeah, you've got an old farm. Who's to say you don't find a crap load of really old coins right around the base of your house?
Yeah. Well, where I have my house now, it's not where the original house was. And Northwest Territories, the original homestead cabin, is 250 yards from my house.
That would be some good metal detecting fun. That'd be probably a really good video, honestly.
Every now and then, Chris has got a good one.
Yeah, Scott's been stealing my lawnmower, so no one's got to worry about me stealing theirs.
So we got some celebrities out there. We got Thack, reloading from the hot pot. Mario showed up, gorillas and guns. It's been a minute, brother. Good to see you guys.
Hey, Mario. Hi, Tack. I need to get together with you. We still got to brew beer.
Insight's got a good idea. Combine metal detecting and shooting. I'd put the metal detector in Scotsman's hands, and I'd just start salting the area around him.
That could work.
Dance, Pilgrim.
We'd have to do that one live, though. Screw YouTube and the rules. And shame on Alan for forgetting to make sure our YouTube viewer knows we're here.
Oh no, they were the very first ones that I announced. I just didn't give them the double. I didn't think they quite earned it yet. But theoretically, we are well past the time that they're viewing. You know, and I could be wrong, and it doesn't really matter to me because it's, you know, the Scotsman's channel. So the Rock Island 10mm 1911 is what I'm wearing today.
There you go.
The CZ though, the CZ is my weekly carry, and the weekend is the Rock Island. That's still just the way that it is. It's probably going to end up having to change as the weather's starting to become better. I'm probably going to get away from carrying the full sizes and get back into the subcompact. Problem is the last subcompact that I have is my LC9S Pro that I carry, at least. having little malfunctions with it. So there might end up being a new subcompact going into the belt line here in 2 weeks. As long as all the ducks fall in a row.
Oh, we got someone out there talking clock. We may have to ban them. Those are fighting words.
Yeah, that's almost a 3-minute timeout right there.
I mean,
Okay.
just for mentioning the word, it makes me queasy.
Mill serve my.
Yeah, it's a different kind of holster too.
Okay, NEPA gun talk. Come grab our prizes and take off. Gotta go.
That's all good. Congrats again, man. Good job.
Absolutely. Congratulations, brother. So when we say subcompact, we're talking about like my Shield, for example.
Yeah. It might end up reloading from the hot pots talking his new carry is a 365 XL. But it might end up being a 365. My hands aren't quite as big as a particular individual from Texas that shall be unnamed by me, at least. And yeah, I'm sort of close to the muzzle, not close enough that I'm going to worry about it in my grip. And I think by this point, the regular 365s have had their good run of bad streaks when they first started, and they're turning out good little pistols now.
Well, we had our sportsman's banquet at my church Thursday night. One of our sponsors was my local gun store. I invited them, got them to come down. They donated a little 410 shotgun to give away. They had a 365 there on their display, and it was small. It seemed like to me it was even smaller than the Shield. So, but when you say 365 XL, I'm assuming XL stands for extra large. So, what are we talking about?
Yeah, the XL is basically a little bit larger of a version of the same thing. That's the majority of. That's the only thing I really know about them. I haven't been looking at the XLs.
P10 Micro. Wow. No.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything at all about the P10 micros. Now,
No. I'll have to look that up and see if I can find one for you, because I won't be shooting it. It's a little too small.
Well, okay, so you got the subcompact, and I consider my Shield as one. Thorzax is saying his subcompact is a Charter Arms 44 Bulldog. Dave, I don't think that quite qualifies, but I could be wrong. So at what point in time do you get, I know my Shield is a lot bigger than these little, what we call pocket guns. Is that a classification? Stuff like the little 380s that go in your front pocket, little pocket guns.
well, yeah, I wouldn't carry a mouse or a pocket. It's like my 320 is considered a compact, but it's not a subcompact. I don't want to carry anything less than a 9mm, and so I won't go down to 380 as a carry gun, and that's just personal preference. and the 365 with the amount of round counts that with the amount of rounds that they carry is just a very good option. Milsurp Mike is comparing size to Glocks, and I wouldn't know the size of Glocks other than a 19, and it got sold shortly after I bought it because it wouldn't run for crap.
I would say Days 44 Bulldog qualifies. I mean, it's 44. You can't go wrong. So. I don't know. I still just have this is the smallest one I got right here is the Wrist Breaker 3000.
That's nice. Yeah, that's real nice.
Yeah, and in all actuality, I think the 365 is probably about that same size. I mean, it's not like a pocket, but it's small enough to where it's small enough to where it'll be easy to carry with shorts and kilts and everything else without, weighing it down so much that I look like a gangbanger out of East Des Moines or something.
No one would ever think that of you. Never. I mean, the fact that you live above a bar, I mean, come on.
All right, Insight got it up there for us. Thanks. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, Gorillas and Guns. I hope that stick is just sharpened, at least.
Hey, now, the Scotsman shot my 380. I only had like 7 or so rounds of 380 ammo on me at the point in time, but he shot those. And the 380 that I carries 14 rounds plus 1. Scotsman, how was that 380 that you shot?
Wasn't bad.
It shot flat, and granted, you got 14 rounds, so plus a couple mags, it should hopefully stop somebody.
Yeah,
it's better than a 22.
Yeah. I mean, people knock the 380, but honestly, with the way hollow points are today, it's not a bad option at all. Especially since you got like a lot of people that have problems racking the slide, and you got like the Smith & Wesson 380 easy with the easy slide on it. It's a good option for people. So I wouldn't say knock the 380. Do I like 380? Not particularly myself, but I'm a big bore guy. So
big bore, small pistol, and yeah, that little bitty Model 60, you hold on to it like you've got nothing else to hold on to. Alan can attest to that.
Yeah, you put some light rounds in it, and you definitely feel it already. You put some hot rounds in that thing, make sure you duck, because that recoil is coming back to try and hit you in the head. That's the reason why it's called the Wrist Breaker 3000.
I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Yeah, Timmy's got it right. You got to find out what works for you, what you can put on target repeatedly.
Yep. And if you guys haven't checked out Timmy's channel, go check him out. He's a good dude. I've seen him commenting a lot. I didn't realize he made videos, and I went and watched a bunch of them today. So from yesterday. Go check him out. He's a good dude. Even though he said he sucks and can't make videos. That's all of us. So welcome to the party, man.
So a guy that I work with, his wife is now interested in getting a concealed carry, and so he's just like, oh yeah, I seen this deal over on Shields for P365s, and I'm like, okay, how much pistol knowledge does she have? And he's like, she shoots targets with shotguns. That's it. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, according to her, she's never shot a pistol. I don't even own a pistol. I'm like, you kidding me? You guys go out skeet shooting all the time. That's all you do? And he's like, yeah, pretty much. And so I'm going to be taking them out and putting a number of different pistols in their hands. The wife is actually wanting to get something small enough to conceal for her. And in talking to her, she's already talked out of off-body carry. So, yay.
Off-body carry, man, that's oxymoron. What are we talking about here?
Well, and a lot of females won't carry on their body. They'll carry in their purse or whatever. And so you don't really see this with too many males, but you see it with a lot of females. And there's quite a number of markets out there that cater to females that carry in their purse. They've got holsters that are designed in very, very standardized looking purses. And so a lot of females go for the option of off-body carry because it's easy to conceal for them. They can hide it really easy, and it doesn't affect what their yoga pants look like, I guess.
Kind of like when you got a government job and you can't carry on the premises, so you have to leave your piece in the car.
Kind of. Kind of like that.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, my sister-in-law, she would do that. She went and bought like the $130 purse that had a special side zip that you had to, if you wanted to, you had a little bitty key that you could lock it with, like a handcuff key for her concealed carry piece, which at that time was LC 38 or an LC9. I can't remember which. This is like 8 years ago. And that was her thing was, oh, I got this purse and it looks like works good. You got the money to go and get yourself a custom built piece. And she had real estate where she could get like a, the well-armed woman puts those, the Eclipse, not Eclipse, the quick draw brassiere holsters. She could easily hide a 45 under there. And yeah, she is with her purse. And what's the first thing most douchebags go for on somebody carrying a purse? It's the purse.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes, like when I got my kilt, because I don't have a holster that really tucks inside this thing just yet. The Scotsman and Jan have both seen it. I have my bag, but you try to grab my EDC bag, I'm kind of going with it. There's no really tearing it from my arm. So there's that, and that's when I wear my kilt. So
you just gotta get you a good sparring, that's all. Get you a good sparring, nice size, and you'll be able to put that in no problem.
Oh, well, knives I always got. So those are always on me. So, but yeah, I just need something for the kilt other than a thigh holster.
Yeah, I'll have to get you a good sparring.
You can get a derringer and a garter belt, man.
Oh yeah.
That's always a good look.
All we got in the slide chat is yoga pants.
I watch too many cowboy movies. I know. Sorry, CB.
No, you're not. He's been picking on you all night.
No, man. I'll behave. I promise.
Oh, that was funny. I don't care who you are.
All right. Do we want to do another prize?
Yes, let's go for second place.
How random do you want this to be, Bearded?
We'll do first person in the side chat 1 to 5. And if Nipa wins again, sorry, it's gonna go. We'll have to draw again. So,
Seeing as you got the delay, I got the advantage on the people in the side chat.
Yeah, Daniel's disqualified.
nope, looks like
outdoors
4.
4.
Yep.
If you ain't cheating, you don't want to win good enough.
All right, so number 4. So let's do 4 strikes of the key.
You gonna get it up on the screen? There we go.
Yep, working on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 17. All right, so number 17. Let me write my note down here. Number 17 would be BEM, Freedom.
Nice.
What did he just win?
He won the outdoor kit from Fireside Coffee. That one's going to cost a lot to ship. It was a big ass UPS box full of stuff from Fireside Coffee. He loaded that thing up. It's literally, I can't even get my hands in the screen to show how big the box is, and full of all sorts of outdoor awesomeness. Brenda and Tack are going to be pissed off. Brenda really wanted that box. It has it's got a few good knives in there, so, and a lot of other stuff. So
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. I don't know if he's out there watching or not, but I'll get a hold of him. I'll let him know.
Yep. He's not in New Jersey anymore. He's in, I forget where he's at now. Once he got out of the Air Force, he finally, came over to the light side.
Yeah, he's up in Michigan, I think. If I remember right.
Ooh,
Okay.
that dirty state up north.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty sure he's up there along with Frida Blowing and John and a few others up there.
Shalisa Shell, and yeah.
To recap, Milsert Mike out, who has won prizes so far. To recap, not you, Mike.
Not yet. So, but if Mike wins, he's gonna make my first place shipping really freaking easy. I'll just say that much. So, because
Back porch. If you want it, come by and pick it up.
Or beep the horn as you're driving by and throw it out the window.
well, not so much that. It's just I already have the person's address on hand, so I don't have to worry about contacting anybody. So,
Yeah, so far NEPA had won the the third place.
yep.
And then B just won the second place.
No, now he lets the cat out of the bag.
Guys kill me. All right. So,
Hey, Scotsman, you can look at it this way: if Milsurp Mike wins, you get 90 rounds of green tip plus 100 rounds of whatever you want from Fort Scott munitions from him. So you get 190 rounds either way you look at it if you win. Or if he wins. Let me clarify. That's just he paid it forward, so
yeah, I got someone else that I'll pay that for. Someone much more deserving than me.
well, it's 90 round of the Killary hating ammo, so I mean
I got the perfect person in mind that can use it.
sounds good.
So, what's the next topic here?
It's a good question. That is a good question.
Question to you, Sappy, is do you believe that the Earth's natural magnetic forces affect the movement of the tectonic plates?
Absolutely, they do. And when you get a big solar flare and the magnetopause that's released by the sun, that can also increase movement on the tectonic plates, creating more stress, which will help induce more earthquakes and volcanoes. So watch out, Yellowstone might blow.
So in short, what you're saying is Mario might have to move someplace to say like Kentucky or something like that. That's more secure in its own tectonic structure, without zero movement.
Just
Either that or learn how to swim really well.
yeah, because if he does move to Kentucky, he's going to have to give me a heads up because I got to let my relatives down there know he's coming.
He's not Mexican. He's Honduran. You better get it right.
No, that was a banjo, Mike. I get.
Oh, trust me, I've seen Deliverance. So, and he's been on enough deployments. He's probably watched it like 50 times over.
All right. So I know what we should do. Are you got the pictures all ready to go? Let's do it. Let's have a beard off.
Well, I did receive one set of pictures, but I did not receive the other.
Oh.
So Mr. Pop's Quest, I do not have your picture to go to do a side by side here.
Check your phone. I sent it to you.
Oh, you sent it to my phone.
Oh.
Oh, well then. All right. I was looking in email. We do have the Bearded live, but in the phone, there is the one, the only illustrious Pop's Quest. And so I'll try and leave it up here during this. Now this is going to be slightly difficult for me, and my camera might go out of focus a few times during this process. So in the process, we're going to have a few different categories. One of the categories, the very first category, and I'm using the current panel as my my voting staff. Current category is going to be shape. Scotsman.
I'd have to give this one the Pops. It's a little cleaner. Definitely has the cut. But I have to give the when it comes to, it's a tough one though. Definitely a tough one, but Pops is a little more clean cut.
Sappy, in the category of shape, sir, do we go Bearded Seabee or the illustrious Pops Quest?
Well, the first thing that hits me right off the bat is how skinny his head is right now. Okay, so that is a freshly trimmed beard, and you just went dark. Uh, but it looks like a Tinder shot, like he's getting ready. He's like, "Look at me, I'm a puppy, pet me." Now, but kilted and bearded there. He's not only got the beard going on there, the bottom really the gray on the lower part really detracts, but that mustache accent going around right there. If you put a piece of like cannon fuse in there and lit it and had it smoking, I mean, you would be right there, Joey Cuz style. So going off the Joey Cuz, I'm going to have to say, I'm going to have to go with the puppy. Look at those puppy dog eyes right there. Who does it? You go on YouTube to watch kitties and puppies, and right there, Pops got it. He's got my vote.
Pops has got another point for the shape criteria. Jamie, in the category of shape, are Bearded Seabee or Pops Quest?
All right, look. Not only is the man Pops Quest got a skinny head, but that neck is getting skinny too. Just saying. I'm giving this category to the CB on one criteria in my mind is the handlebar mustache. That has got to be, if that counts in shape, he wins the shape thing. But although I agree with the Scotsman, this is very tough right here because I really like the way Pops has got it trimmed down real close and then gets long down here. But CB's got this stuff going on too. So it's a tough one, man. That's a hard one. I'm going with the Bearded CB on this category. So now, Alan, let's hear your call on this one.
Now, one of the things about Bearded Seabee is, yes, he just had everything shapened up, and I tell you what, Bearded, it looks a lot better than it did. A lot better than it did.
So before you go ahead and say your answer, in case we have a tiebreaker, we do have Modern Mountain Man out there, and we will throw it to him to do the tiebreaker.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Because we very well might end up a tiebreaker. So, yeah, the shape on Bearded Seabee is looking quite better than it did. Yet, the Pops Quest, the symmetry that this man has in his beard is absolutely impeccable. You just can't get better than that. For shape, I am gonna have to go with Pops Quest. I'm gonna have to go with Pops Quest. So in just the category of shape, Pops Quest is leading 3-1.
Okay, so Pop takes that category, right?
Pops takes that category.
Pops for one.
Okay, well, y'all can see my beard is not shaped in any way at all, kind of like the Scotsman's, but the shape on the Scotsman on Pop's Quest does kind of remind me of those Egyptian statues you see, with just the thing in the middle coming down like that.
I mean, Egyptian statue, Greek god, or something, something very epic,
very classic,
very statuesque.
All right, next category.
The second category is going to be color. Scotsman.
Now let's go in reverse order. We'll start with Jamie.
All right, Jamie, let's go reverse order. The color category.
again, I think I'm gonna have to go with the CB on this one because Pops has got. Listen to who's talking. Pops has got too much white. Mine's all white, so I would lose that category.
Happy?
Oh man, this is a hard one because they both look like a couple calico cats. Oh, it's okay. Okay, kilted and bearded, just because he's giving me that come hither look. Wait, but a live come hither look. Under Pop is giving a come hither look also. But it's just it's constant. The puppy dog eyes only go so far.
Not from the Future is also subscribed to Guns and Gadgets, by the way.
And I think this one's going to be a blowout. I have to go with my brother CB for that one as well.
And in all actuality, the I dig the little bit of darkness around the facial hole that Pops has going on here. I'm not sure if that's because he chews coal or what, but the bearded Seabee, I think, is also going to be taking this category because it only looks like he's been gray for about this long.
All right, 1-1. 1-1, and I think Pops is probably going to run at this point. Your last comment. All right, next category.
The next category is which beard would look best in a tuxedo?
Oh.
So with this category, I'm going to start with Sappy.
Pops, because I can see the kilted and the beard in a kilt, but I can't see him in a tux. But I can see Pops in a tux and pulling that off very well.
And Scotsman.
I'm going to go the other way. I don't see Pops in the tux. I don't. But I can see the CB in one with those handlebars. Those handlebars in the tux. Sorry, man. I think the CB's got that one.
And Jamie in the category of in a tux.
I think I got to go with Pops on that one. I kind of agree with Daniel.
Yeah. And the bad thing is, he says he's got 242 tuxedos, but none of them fit now because he lost all that weight. So I'm just wondering, when he does get a new tux, is he going to get the ones with kind of like the skinny jeans look?
Oh,
Try and get one with a waistband. But, if he loses more weight, he's going to have to buy a new pair.
Now, currently we're sitting at Pop's Quest, leading 2-1 in the tux category. I might have to fall onto our tiebreaker, gentlemen, if he's still out there, because I'm going to go bearded Seabee in a tux. Now, I can totally see Pops in a tux. Not a problem at all. Very, very debonair. But because I've already gone bearded Seabee, our tiebreaker, Modern Mountain Man, you're making the call. Modern Mountain Man, which one is it? Which one looks best in tux? I went bearded Seabee because, well, you see him in a tux and you're thinking ZZ Top, man.
Well, maybe if Bearded Seabee backs up and does a little spin around for us, does a little, runway modeling here.
Maybe if the tux included a kilt, but Modern Mountain Man, is it a Pops in a tux or a bearded Seabee in a tux?
There you go.
CB.
Went CB.
He went Seabee.
Those CBs
All
up
right.
2-1.
Man, you can't get much closer than this contest. I'm telling you what, but I won't wear a tux because you got to put a cummerbund on with it. I'm just saying.
All right.
Yeah,
next
by
category.
my counts. Okay. Yeah, by my counts, we've had 3 categories. According to those 3 categories, so far, Bearded Seabee is winning 2 out of the 3 categories. But when it comes to actual votes, Bearded Seabee is at 7 and Popsquist is at 5. I'm actually rather kind of surprised. But there is yet still one more category.
Okay, let me say this, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we have the Electoral College.
Exactly.
And I always go with this category. This category is going to dictate what happens in this competition. And I always go at this category, and I'm pretty positive I know how this is going to swing. It's the flavor saver category, the stash factor. The stash factor has to be included in the Battle of the Beards. And so with that said, we'll start with Scotsman, the stash factor.
You know, Pops is nice and clean cut again, but flavor saver wise, I'm sorry, man. CB wins that. Hands down.
All right. Yep. Jamie, you want to go with the flavor saver, the stash factor?
It's got to be that classic handlebar. CB takes that one.
Conservative sniper, I would say so. Sappy, in the category of the flavor saver, the stash factor.
Okay, I've got to get another close up here. Kilted one, lean forward. Does those ends point up or do they point out? Oh, they're pointing up. Oh, if they point it out, you just have to turn your head side to side, and you can poke people in the eye if they're getting too close. But if they're pointed up, you can hook them. Well, wait a minute. That way, if you got a big ham cooking, you can just hook that ham and go there. Yeah. Yeah, the stash is balanced with the trimming of the goatee, but the bearded kilted one, you got the stash.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys. I prefer the trim. I think it saves enough flavor, and it does protect my facial hole from brass that flies at my face. Where I think if brass fell on one of those things, it would just stick there and burn through it, and then you'd only have a hook on one side. It just doesn't seem right. So I'm gonna have to go Pop's Quest on the stash factor. But nevertheless, that doesn't give well, let's see here. I've got 2 there and I've got 1 there. Nevertheless, altogether, according to the amount of votes and the categories, the winner of this Battle of the Beards is the kilted one himself, the Bearded Seabee.
Congratulations, CB.
Thank you. That was a pretty good competition, actually. I was planning on, Alan going ahead and doing his normal fight view where he does the whole shebang like when I challenged the Scotsman. But yeah.
We can make that happen. On Mountain Man, we will make that happen.
Hey, there we go. Yep, we can still do that to get the popular vote, from everybody else on who they think's better. If you want to, it gives you something to do, Alan, since you haven't put out any videos in a while.
Yeah, I was glad. I was absolutely really glad to do it here live. Not only because I had my panel of judges, but then I didn't have to do any editing. But I have to say honestly, it kind of went the opposite direction than what I thought. I thought Pop's Quest was going to take it. But apparently people like that big shaggy dog look.
Gives the girls something to hold on to.
Yep.
Yes.
But thank you, Pops. Thank you, Bearded, for participating in the very first Battle of the Beards for 2020.
All right. Good night, Modern Mountain Man.
Yep, that was awesome.
Oh man.
Pops
right.
does have a clean looking beard. I will say that he is got it pretty clean looking. So
Very cool. All right, you want to do first place?
that we can. All right. So
I can do a completely different random generator. If people think that random.org is different, I can do a completely different random generator.
yeah, let's try it. Screw
That's
it.
fine. We'll go ahead.
Okay, well let me just go ahead and share if I can, if it allows me. Yeah, share entire screen. Why won't it let me share the entire screen?
I don't know.
You got to click on what you want to share.
Oh yeah. Hey, check that out. That's working now, maybe. All right. So is my random generator showing?
Yeah.
All right. So you can see it's currently randomed at some oddball number that has nothing to do with it. So we're going 1 to 31.
That is correct.
And let me know how many times the side chat person tells me.
First person in the side chat, 1 to 10.
Dun, 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 dun. Come on, side chat.
All right, 3.
All right. So three times. Here we go. This is number 1, number 2, and number 3. 26.
The big man's outdoors.
Brad, man, he was on our show Friday night.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome.
So just a few up from our late Mr. Holster, Michael Sains, Milcert Mike. So, yep.
Awesome. Very cool, man.
Yep.
Very cool. And again, thank you to you for putting that on. That was very, very sneaky and very snidey of you, but I appreciate it very much.
Coming from the person who randomly Amazons people. That's sneaky. He forgot to yell surprise.
There might be a few random boxes out there that may or may not arrive tomorrow.
Hey guys, if you'll excuse me for just 1 minute or a couple. So,
Well, I hope everything comes out okay.
hopefully.
The big man has just moved.
Yeah, I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have his email. I think you do though, Jamie.
I get him on Discord. Hold on a minute.
So who's got some plans coming up?
We're all going to Dead Zero to shoot 1,000 yards and other stuff.
Okay.
April 17th, 18th, and 19th.
So who over there in the side chat's going to that? Sound off.
I don't know. Is there too many out there that's going in the side chat? I don't know if I see anyone out there that is.
Reloading from the hot pot. It's going.
Yeah, Hotpot's out there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually the least perfect time for me to be able to go. My boss is going to be out doing his guard duties, and so I will not be able to take any of that time period off in between my boss going out and doing his guard duties and the 20th being the girlfriend's birthday. Unfortunately, I am just not going to be able to make that.
Yep.
You know, inside's going.
Oh, Ducky's up there.
Yeah.
Gorilla and Guns, send us an email at georgiashootingconnection@gmail.com.
You think you could come up with a longer email address, or
He could
I
have
didn't
been Mississippi.
I didn't do that, but if you just put in gsc@gmail.com, there's no telling what you want to come up with. Do a Google search.
Don't do a Google search.
Don't do a Google search.
You're not responsible if you do.
Yeah.
we're not responsible for the results that you accumulate by doing such a thing.
But yeah, we started our own a separate channel just for our live streams and doing this kind of business. We're on Instagram now. We got the email address, YouTube channel. Lots of good stuff going on. I think I'm starting. I'm gonna start a Facebook. See what happens. So earlier, somebody was asking, how we take care of our beards? Soap or shampoo or condition and what all? I might be doing too much to mine. It seems to get a little frizzy sometimes, but I wash mine with shampoo, then condition it, and then I use Honest Amish beer balm on mine. And I think Scotsman uses something, if not this, something very similar. And I got this comb like this, which when I started with it, it looked like that. So you can see the difference. The oil and the balm really makes it darker and smoother. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. I don't do conditioner, but shampoo, and I use the exact same beard balm. Some of the best stuff I've found so far.
Yeah, and I've been hearing that Kyle has come up with some beard oil. I'm still yet to see any, but yeah.
Jamie, I'm really concerned, and I got a safety question or a safety suggestion for you. When you're out deer hunting, you might want to darken that beard up some because that could be dangerous.
Only if he's hunting whitetail.
That's exactly, and that's what he's hunting.
No, not WD-40. No.
A little bit of lanolin and beard shampoos. Right now all mine's pretty short, but I still use the beard shampoo. I use a beard oil rather than a balm, and I do, believe it or not, have a beard brush, and it helps out when it's starting to get quite a bit longer. But with it staying short, it still keeps everything soft and keeps your skin conditioned underneath so that you're just not getting flaky.
I didn't call him one. I just said it looks like one.
It might be a little too appealing to a buck.
Well, no, it's just that out there in the deer woods, you got these city boys that come out and they just get trigger happy.
No, I don't think I have firearms. Yeah. During well, if you saw my video, I was sitting in the tree stand when I made that video. So it's kind of when I got the big jacket on and all that stuff. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I do.
We had a guy commit suicide in the deer stand out here, had 5 arrows through him, and he was shot 3 times.
Wow.
Did he have some crap on the Clintons or something?
I don't know, but he was wearing a suit. And it wasn't camouflage. It was an actual business suit in the deer stand.
Wow.
Yes, some people are really protective about their hunting spots, huh?
He really wanted to take his own life. He did a good job.
Yeah.
And they don't have to redress him for the funeral.
Well, that's why I was saying you get these city boys out here. When they come out this way, they get pretty trigger happy.
All right, there you go. There's a question for you.
For me, that depends on the season. Archery season, limit my shots under 30 yards. And, well, even in gun season, the average shot is within 30 yards. It just last year was one of those exception years. I took a whitetail at 185 yards during the gun season.
I'm probably going to limit my shots during rifle season to 250. I've not shot out that far, but I've killed a deer at 165 and one at 185. And I shoot 270 Winchester.
Yeah, we're limited to black powder and shotgun. So black powder, if you got it zeroed in right, you should be able to reach out to 200 yards. Me with my shotgun with the open sights on it, 100 yards dead on. Okay, well, and it'll drop 2 inches after that at like 125. So the deer's not going to know 2 inches one way or the other. But with open sights, it's a little bit more difficult once they start getting past 100 yards.
Yeah, OCD. I've our buddy a Mooser. He we miss him on Georgia Shooting Connection, but he loved that 6.5 Grendel round and the AR platform, and he would take deer out to 300 yards with his. But he's down in South Georgia, and they're not very big, and he has nuisance permits, and he shoots them all year. He'll be out there in July and August fighting the chiggers, shooting deer. Yeah, Timmy, ethical is a big deal for me. The last thing I want to do is anything for anything that an animal's going to suffer. And that 270 Winchester is a flat shooting round, and it carries a lot of velocity and a lot of energy all the way out to 350, 400 rounds, but the yards. But I'm not shooting much past 200, 250 because I want to make sure I'm putting that round on a spot that's going to provide that ethical kill quickly.
Yep. One of the things that really takes me off a lot if I'm watching the hunting show is they make a bad shot. They say it's they smoked it, and then when they actually see where they hit and review the video and go, oh well, I'm not quite sure what happened, dude. You took a bad shot. You shouldn't have taken it. Just admit to it. That really kind of takes me off when you see stuff like that.
And part of being an ethical hunter, and Timmy says he used 30-06, another beautiful round for deer hunting. And it's good out to that too. It's just it's about being practiced up and zeroed in with your scope or your sights or whatever you're using. You've got to be confident enough that when you squeeze that round off, that it's going to do what you want it to do. You got to know it's going to do what you want it to do. If not, you ain't got no business out in the woods, man. I'm just saying. And what bullets do I use in 270? Depends on what stand I'm going to that day. But this is my new favorite. Hornady ELDX. 145 grain. Let me get one out. And look at the ballistic coefficient on that. That is beautiful. That's nice. And believe it or not, they don't give those away.
That's a shame.
Yeah, no, they expect you to pay for those.
You see, I agree with Jamie there. If you're not out there practicing with your equipment and just picking it up the day before season comes in, you have no reason to be in the woods.
Yep. I saw it all the time when I was in the shop, in the bow shop, and behind the counter too with firearms. People come in day before, get new strings and stuff like that, and expect to go hunt. Nope, you got to break those strings in. You got to wear it in. You got to dial that thing all the way back in again. You can't just go right up. Doesn't work that way. And it's smart people too. I mean, I had a doctor come in before, bought a crossbow, and I got it dialed in the range that we had, which 15 yards. Like, and he expects to go hunt with it. I'm like, dude, you got to take it out, practice with it, get used to it, know what it's going to do, dial it in. I got you set for a point, so when you get out there, at least you'll know roughly where it's going. Now you need to fix it yourself and dial it in. But oh no, I'll be good. I'll be good. Dude, do not go to the woods. Yeah, seen too many of that over the years.
Yeah, even talking to the guys at the local range up here over the past couple of years, I try, if I plan on going out hunting that year, October-ish to maybe beginning of November, I'll take my shotgun back out and double check it with the rounds the slugs I shoot through it, the Sabo rounds, and just to make sure I'm still within where I want to be within that inch at 75 yards, because I know where it's going to go either way at 100 yards or 50 yards. But talking to them, they're like, yeah, you don't know how many guys the second day of first shotgun season are coming back in to recite their crap in just because they let it bang around in their gun cabinet or the back of their truck all frickin' year and didn't even want to bother to come in just to check, because we're real big on slug hunting up here, if that stuff was still going to hit where they want it to hit. But past 2 years, they've opened it up to some AR straight wall chamberings, but still, week or two at the least before you head out for hunting season, make sure your crap's dialed in, because then you're still at the same temperature settings too, to where you're not going to have much deviation. Get your crap dialed in, so when you aim at that deer, you're going to knock that son of a gun down. So you got steak on the grill rather than steak running across to some other person's property 500 yards away, and well, they might take 6 or 7 shots at it too and get your deer. So
duck season just opened in Georgia. Just saying.
Hey, Blue Healer and Timmy and all that, they make some good points. You got coyote pretty much all year round. Hogs. There's lots of options to keep yourself practiced up.
So one of the things I would point out to Daniel is the old time dudes that all they did was deer hunt. Unlike we have so many opportunities these days. We have multiple states with multiple seasons, and we can take 10 deer down here now, 2 bucks, 1 and 8 does. No, 10 does. So these old dudes, they would buy a box of ammunition, and they would go and shoot it and sight in their rifle and put the gun up till deer season started. Take the gun out, deer hunting, shoot 1, 2, 3 deer, put the gun back up, put the box of ammo with it. Next year, they pull the gun out, take it out, shoot 2 shots, still on. There they go. One box of ammunition would last 5, 6 years. And that's all they had. That's all they wanted. That's all they did was, this is my deer hunting rifle. This is what I use. This is the load I use. And that's what they did. But now when you start talking about deer hunting with archery equipment, man, you got to shoot a bunch. You just got to shoot a bunch.
Yeah, you can't put that bow down. You put the bow down, you will lose it. And you're using all kinds of muscles your body's not used to, so you have to keep that up.
Well, see, down here, bow season starts about the middle of September, and it'll go all the way through firearm season, which is usually the second weekend in January. So, if you're going to start hunting in, let's say, September 15th, you need to be shooting every single day starting about 4th of July, in my opinion.
Yep, shoot as much as you can.
All right, now you got to start your scouting.
Yes.
Pick up sheds, see what's alive out there.
Yeah, right now it's perfect shed hunting time.
Well, and that's one thing that I haven't understood is I'll see guys out at the range and they're dumping 2-3 round shots. And then they're like, oh, well, yeah, I got to make this adjustment. And they make a couple little adjustments and they'll dump 2-3 round shots. Oh, I got to make this adjustment. Oh, yeah, it's all sighted in. And I'm like, yeah, if you plan on shooting 10 rounds before you shoot at a deer. You know, I'm not a hunter, but it just makes logical sense to me that you want to zero in with a cold bore.
Exactly.
And you do want to try to have it as close to what type of temperature you think you're going to be shooting at. So November, well, we already know the scales in November we can see is same with, shooting shotgun for first week into December around here. You're going to have within a 15-degree variance of where you plan on hunting at. Sometimes it gets colder. Sometimes it might be a little warmer, but still you're going to be somewhere close to that. And I'll take my shotgun with me. I'll shoot 2 or 3, see where I'm at. Shoot what like my 22 or something else or whatever in the meantime and let that thing get kind of colder, but it's already cool out anyways. And then I'll go back after my shoulders rested too. That's kind of another thing. Shooting slugs. Double check those again, and if I'm right where I want to be, I'm right where I want to be within, 2 or 3 colder shots. Give it a little bit, 2 or 3 colder shots. Okay, and then I'll just go back to shooting my AR or shooting a 22 or just having some fun in the meantime. I'm paying for an hour. Might as well use it.
Right. Something, I hope I'm saying this right. AWAG 1000. AWAG. How you say that?
Yeah, AWAG.
AWAG. He was talking about I've got $100 hand rangefinder. And when I set up, I look in every direction and I start zeroing stuff. I start ranging out stuff. And if I have to, I'll draw me a picture. So like you find a certain tree or a certain fence post or whatever, and you see what range that is. And then it makes it a lot easier to know what range the deer is at. And another thing I think you said, AWAG, is you got to know your dope on the ranges that you're at. Back to archery for a minute. One thing, you shooting here, getting ready for September, the opening of archery season, it's still hot. I mean, it's still 100 degrees and still got fleas, mosquitoes, chiggers. It's too hot to hunt in September. And you still got to get practiced up, though. So what you got to do is you got to practice with the same kind of clothes that you're going to be wearing when it is 20 degrees. So that makes for a hot summer, man, because, everything's got to be the same. It's got to be equal.
Yep.
Yeah. Biggest thing for archery hunting is shoot that bow all year round.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, AWAG, you can get by with $100 rangefinder. Just where you set up, when you get set up in the morning, start ranging out your surroundings, and
pick spots, and know your spots, know what they are on your ranges, so you can quickly adapt to that.
So like that deer right there is 15 yards in front of that fence post. That fence post was 150 yards. That shot is 135 yards. My gun shoots a half-inch low at 135 yards. So bang, there you go.
Yep. All right, it's about that time, guys. I unfortunately had to work and deal with that, but we'll start going through the room. We'll start with the sappy one.
Well, hey, thanks for having me on. Congratulations on 2000. in your community right there, or our community. And Kilted Bearded One, congrats on the beard thing, man. Jamie, nice talking to you again. And Alan, peace out, brother.
All right, Jamie.
Daniel's always an honor, brother.
Thank you.
I'm just glad I was able to get my video up in time for tonight and pay a little homage to the Scotsman. There's a lot of work in that, but I still got a 30-30 video and a 358 Eagle video I want to do. Got some range footage a little bit. Friday nights, Georgia Shooting Connection on the Georgia Shooting Connection YouTube channel, 8 o'clock. Y'all check us out. Uncle Jim usually does something on Saturday nights. Then get ready for Dead Zero shooting event. It's going to be a big time. I hope as many of y'all as possibly can show up. So send us an email and let us know you're coming. Congratulations on 2000, my brother. Couldn't happen to a better fella. And I hope the next 2000 comes twice as fast.
Appreciate it, brother. Really do. We're going to go in a different order. Alan.
All right. Yeah, it's been a really good night, man, with Bearded bringing on the TCS 2000. I don't think that had a hand in him initiating and taking the first Battle of the Beards of 2020, surprising me. But anyway, it's been an absolutely great night. Thank you, everybody that's been in the room here, everybody out in the side chat. It's been absolutely phenomenal. I don't have anything else for you other than to keep your magazines loaded and one in the chamber.
There you go. I was waiting for that. I was going to say, you walk away and don't say that. We got a problem. All right, guys. I really appreciate everyone out there. All the support, constant support really means a lot. It's huge. Everyone in the side chat, thank you. And come back next week. I got a special announcement next week. And with that, we're going to go down to the Kilted and Buried One and let him take it out.
Well, other than that, I might have some new footage for Ye Olde Outdoor channel. Got an upgrade to Liberty coming up. And finally found a hell of a deal on the foregrip I've been wanting. But other than that, yeah, congrats, buddy. 2000 finally. It's been a fun draw. A lot of great videos from everybody. Thank you guys so much for taking part in that. And yeah, other than that, we're just gonna have to say woo. Okay, that wasn't